Many disagreements between couples are the result of simple misunderstandings caused by different communication styles. For example, women frequently want to vent, and men frequently misinterpret this by believing he is supposed to find a solution. Similarly, women frequently misinterpret what it means when a man says nothing at all. Men frequently need to work through a problem in silence, and women may interpret this as he simply does not want to talk to her. A better understanding of how men and women think and communicate can help us have better relationships. We asked experts to share some of the most common causes of misunderstandings in male-female relationships, as well as what they can do to resolve them. 10 common causes of relationship misunderstandings and what to do about them. 1. Men are more likely to ask, whereas women are more likely to hint. Men are socialized to make direct requests, whereas women are socialized to prioritize the needs of others over their own. How does this manifest itself in relationships? Women frequently expect men to read their minds and know what they want without them having to tell them. What should be done? Women who can ease into asking for what they want instead of leaving their man to guess will get much more of it with no mind reading required. 2. Women are usually more interested in the details. "Do you remember that sweater I wore on our second date?" she asks. "If you cared, you'd remember," he hears her say. What should be done? Women have a better memory for details than men, and they are more sentimental. Men don't remember details as well as women do because of differences in how they process information, not because they don't care. 3. Men and women often have different understandings of listening versus solving. When a woman has a problem, a man is more likely to offer solutions. She frequently seeks understanding and validation. And a woman gives men what she wants: a shoulder to cry on, which is frequently the last thing he wants. What should be done? As a general rule, men should show compassion first, then help, and women should show compassion first, then help. 4. Men tend to compartmentalize. Women tend to think big picture. Maybe you've noticed that men and women don't think the same way. Men compartmentalize their thoughts and emotions, mentally and emotionally separating work, relationships, and everything else. Women consider the big picture, which connects all aspects of their lives. What should be done? When he seamlessly switches gears from your serious conversation to the football game, remind yourself that he isn't uninterested in the conversation. It's important for men to remember that her brooding and bringing up the past isn't an attempt to nag. It's just how her mind works, connecting one event to the next. 5. Women often say too much, and men often say too little. When a woman is stressed, she wants and needs to express herself. In fact, she frequently recalls every single horrifying detail about her job, her hectic schedule, and her family. She frequently employs dramatic language or phrases, such as, "He always does this," or, "We never do this," or, "How could you they do this?" When a woman acts like this, it's best to remember that she's acting like a pressure cooker valve. When a man is stressed, he frequently stops talking for an extended period of time. He simply wants to unwind with the TV or computer, or to spend time alone in the garage basement man cave to forget about his problems. A woman's natural instinct is to probe him, trying to figure out what she did wrong or why he doesn't want to spend time with her. What should be done? Men, now is not the time to take a defensive stance. Instead, respond with empathy and questions that encourage her to talk it out one step at a time. She immediately begins to feel better after she feels her emotions have been heard and understood. Women, now is not the time to feel rejected, but to give him the space he needs to relax on his own. It's best to focus on things you can do to make yourself feel good in the meantime, so when he does ascend back into the light, you'll be feeling happy and excited to spend time with him. 6. Women often like reassurance, and men may not understand why. "I'm committed to her," he thinks, "and she knows I love her. What has he done to show me he loves me today?" She wonders. What should be done? It is not necessary to reassure her every hour that he loves her. But a man should not assume that a romantic gesture he made last month is still fresh in her mind today. He should keep doing the nice little things he did while pursuing her. 7. Women sometimes forget that men are emotional, too. Men are not perceived as emotional by women. However, most men are sensitive and have deep emotions. they are just not always comfortable expressing them. What should be done? A woman should never assume that her man does not experience emotions such as hurt or rejection. He feels more than you realize. But don't presume to understand how he feels. Avoiding overly emotional phrases such as, "Did that hurt your feelings?" in favor of, "Did it bother you when that happened?" is the best practice. 8. Women may think they aren't being heard when in truth they just didn't consider the timing. She claims, "You never listen to me. She talks all the time," he thinks, "and all I do is listen." What should be done? All he has to do is give some verbal cues to indicate he's paying attention, such as, "Really, I didn't realize that." He can also ask questions about the content of what she's saying to let her know he's paying attention. It's also acceptable to tell her, "Honey, I really want to hear what you're saying. Can this wait until I finish this page?" 9. They may have different ideas of what a date night means. "I'm wiped out," he says, "let's just stay in and relax." She believes, "He'd rather stare at the TV than be with me." What should be done? It's important for women to remember that their man sometimes just wants to be with them and relax. And they don't have to do anything or interact much. It's fine to simply be together. 10. Women may worry about being needy, but men do value being needed. She says, "I'm capable of doing that myself." He overhears the words, "She doesn't want my help." What should be done? This can be perplexing, but most women, no matter how strong and capable they are, still want to be taken care of by their men in some way. Women are constantly caring for others. Tell her that you know she can do it herself, but you enjoy doing things for her so she can relax.